It is Tuesday. It's actually Cinco de Mayo, but it is also today Teacher Tuesday. That's right, because today is National Teachers Day. And I, for one, think that teachers are one of the most amazing, unbelievably dedicated, wonderful, talented group of people that you will ever meet. Teachers and librarians, I find those two to be really, really special groups of people. And I know that not every teacher is right for teaching for every kid, but those teachers that give their heart and soul to teaching, ugh, I love you all. Big hugs to you guys. In fact, my Grammy, Yoakum, who is one of my very special people in my life, she was a teacher. She made this necklace, and so I'm wearing that in honor of her. And she was my very first teacher, and I will always hold her dear in my heart. My name is Sophie, and welcome to Storytime. I hope you guys are ready for some great songs and stories about teachers and learning. So let's get started with Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. I have a little poem for you from him, and it is Listen to the mustn'ts. Listen to the mustn'ts, child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts, the impossibles and won'ts. Listen to the never haves. Then listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. So just remember that sometimes it's hard to learn things. Sometimes we have to practice them over and over. Sometimes we don't learn them the same way that our friends learn them. That's okay, because the main thing is that you give it your all and you figure out a way to teach yourself. Sometimes you have to look deep inside to figure out how to teach yourself. Sometimes it takes a long time to get there. Well, let's say hello, shall we? Let's say hello to all the teachers. And you know what? Right now, your caregiver might be your teacher. So if your caregiver's in the room, you can say hello to them as well. And also give them a big hug. So let's wave hello. Hello, how are you? Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, hello. How are you? I'm just fine today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, so let's do this. Let's hug somebody in the room. Or hug yourself. Or hug a stuffed animal. Hug someone as hard as you can, and hug someone as hard as you can, and hug someone as hard as you can. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, and now I know that this is a hard thing to learn for some people, but let's hop on one foot, shall we? And if it's too hard to hop on one foot, you can hop on 2 feet. Or if it's too hard to hop on 2 feet, just bounce in your chair. Here we go. Hop, hop, hop on 1 foot, please, and hop, hop, hop on 1 foot, please. Hop, hop, hop on 1 foot, please. I'm so glad to see you. You know, every single one of us has an amazing, wonderful body that is all our own. So let's just stretch that body really tall. Stretch, 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 as tall as you can, and stretch, 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 as tall as you can, and stretch, 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 as tall as you can. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, well, we're at that part of the song that I really love, which is we're going to make some funny faces. Are you ready? Here we go. Like a motorcycle, fully the can, make a body fight, that fully as you can, and like a motorcycle, fully as you can. I'm so glad to see you. Very good, you guys. Okay, let's wave hello. Excuse me. Here we go, wave hello. Hello, how are you? Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, hello. How are you? I'm just fine today. Oh my goodness. I think I have a little hairball. So I have a whole lot of teachers in my family, and I just want to say to them, thank you for everything that you do, teachers. Teachers past and teachers present and teachers future. Thank you for everything you do. Well, let's get started with a fun little book. This is from the Epic series. Thank you very much, Epic, for keeping me supplied with books. This is called First Grade Stinks. You know, sometimes it's not easy to go to school. This is a book about that. And this is by Mary Ann Rodman with illustrations by Beth Spiegel. First Grade Stinks. This is for Coach B, Ms. Everett, and Ms. Silber, whose classes never stink. And to Diane, Mark, and Marcia, thanks for the decades of laughs and moral support. We rock. Look, there's a little ice cream cone that looks like it fell on the ground there. First day, first grade, I sing. I can't wait, can't wait. We're big kids now, Haley, says my friend Ryan as we get off the bus. Little kids stand at the school door holding their parents' hands. Not Ryan and me. We walk into school all by ourselves. Look, there's all the other kids. Hi, Miss Lacey, we call to our teacher from last year. Well, hello, Haley and Ryan. Miss Lacey's shirt is the color of daffodils. Her sneakers match. Inside her room, a dragon kite hangs from the ceiling. Cut-out leaves cover the walls. Kindergartners push through the door. Kindergartners don't know how to act, I say. Poor little kindergartners, Ryan say. We are in first grade. We know how to act. We find our new room. Our teacher's shirt is the color of dead leaves. She wears ugly brown sandals. Good morning, she says. My name is Ms. Gray. Find your desk with your name on it. She gives us a tiny smile. Not a sunny morning smile like Miss Lacey's. This room does not look like Miss Lacey's. Nothing hangs from the ceiling. There's nothing on the walls, just the alphabet letters over the chalkboard. No kites, no colors, no fun. Ms. Gray calls the roll. Ryan, here. Erica, here. Kirk, yo. We stand by our chairs and say who we are and what we like best. Then Miss Gray says, time to write our ABCs. Sasha raises her hand. We had share time in kindergarten. Miss Gray shakes her head. We are too busy for share time right now. Ryan, please hand out the writing paper. Things are going to be different than kindergarten. No fair. Miss Lacey always let me hand out the paper. No share time? No dragon kite? No smiley teacher in a daffodil shirt? Ugh, first grade stinks. Writing is very hard work. I'm ready for recess. But when the kindergartner kids march past our door on their way to first recess, Miss Gray says, time for art. She passes around crayons and paper. I raise my hand. Isn't it time for recess? Oh, in first grade, we have one recess only, said Miss Gray. I like art, but I'd rather have recess. Miss Gray looks at our pictures. Oh, Haley, that's an interesting sky, she says, but not like she means it. I like orange skies. So did Miss Lacey. Miss Gray hangs Kirk's picture in front by the chalkboard. His sky is blue. I want to throw my crayons at Kirk. First grade stinks, I tell Ryan at recess. He blinks. I liked first grade. I want to pinch Ryan. Lacey's not having a very good day, is she? After recess, we write some more. Haley, your A's and B's are not the same size, says Ms. Gray. Write them again, please. I look at Ryan's letters. They are exactly like the ones on the chalkboard. Eyes on your own work, Haley, warns Ms. Gray. First grade stinks. Poor Haley. We go to lunch. There's only vanilla ice cream, no chocolate. Oh, the kindergartner kids ate all the chocolate, says the lunchroom lady. I hate vanilla. Ugh, even lunch stinks. Oh, poor Haley. This is just not her day. Back in our room, Ms. Gray says, it's story time. Erica raises her hand. What about nap time? In kindergarten, we had naps after lunch. Oh, no, I hate nap time. Oh, first graders don't take naps, said Ms. Gray. No nap time? Maybe first grade doesn't always stink. Ms. Gray reads a story about a boy and his dog. They're lost, and it's dark. And then Ms. Gray closes the book. That's all for today. Time for math. Wait, what happened to the dog and the boy? Wait, no fair. Last year, Ms. Lacey read us whole books with lots of pictures all in one day. Binky Bug was my favorite. In first grade, even the stories stink. Can we go back to Ms. Lacey? I whisper to Ryan. Haley, no whispering, says Ms. Gray. I can't stand it one more minute. First grade stinks! Oh, poor Haley. Look. Oh, she's had enough. The room is very, very quiet. Ms. Gray comes to my desk. She looks very, very tall. You're in trouble now, says Ryan. I wish Ryan would dry up and blow away. Poor Haley. Do you ever have one of these days? Ms. Gray kneels beside me. What's wrong, Haley? Writing is hard, and there's only one recess, and stories don't end right, I said. First grade stinks. Ms. Gray smiles. It's a nice smile. That's not the end of the story, she says. Just the end of the chapter. What's a chapter? I ask. Oh, it's part of the story. I'll read a chapter tomorrow and a chapter the next day. It might take a week to finish the story. Miss Lacey read Binky Bug all in one day, I tell her. Miss Gray smiles again. In first grade, we read books with chapters. Soon, you'll be able to read them yourself. Really? I say, all by myself? Happiness whooshes inside me. Miss Gray nods. That's why we work so hard. It's a lot to remember, isn't it? Once upon a time, a boy and his dog. I smile really big. My heart glows like an orange sky. Miss Gray doesn't look like Miss Lacey or act like Miss Lacey, but she knows how I feel, just like Miss Lacey. I can teach her to like orange skies. Poor kindergartners. They can't read. They take naps. Their books don't have chapters. Kindergarten stinks. First grade is great. And up here you see skies glow orange. And that is first grade stinks. Sometimes learning can be very, very hard. And sometimes when we go from one thing to the next, it can be very different and difficult to embrace the new stuff. But it's always good to know that you've got yourself and you can always believe in yourself. And you'll get there. It just sometimes takes a lot of work. But that work is worth it. Now, our dear friend Haley and Ryan drove over to school in a bus. So I think it's time that we sing The Wheels on the Bus. It goes like this. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. And the horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. And the doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. Now when you get on the bus, not a school bus, but a regular bus, you have to put some money in. It goes like this. The money on the bus goes clink, 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 clink. The money on the bus goes clink, 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 all through the town. And the driver on the bus says, move forward back, move forward back, move forward back. The driver on the bus says, move forward back, all through the town. And the people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up and down, all through the town. Baby on the bus goes wah, 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 wah. The baby on the bus goes wah, 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 all through the town. Mommy on the bus says shh, 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 shh. The mommy on the bus says shh, 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 all through the town. But the baby still goes wah, 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 wah. The baby still goes wah, 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 all through the town. So the mommy on the bus says, I love you, I love you, I love you. And the daddies and the teachers say, I love you too, all through the town. Wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. And the kids on the bus say, next stop please, next stop please, next stop please. The kids on the bus say, next stop please, all through the town. And the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. Well, this next story is not about a bus. It is about a donkey. That's another way of getting around. Now, this is a teaching story. It's not about teachers, but it is a teaching story. This is from a book called Aesop's Fables. And Aesop's Fables were little tiny stories about animals. And the stories about those animals would teach us different things. So this is Jerry Pinkney's version of Aesop's Fables. And the pictures are beautiful. And it says, to Shelley Fogelman, thank you for helping me see the bigger picture. I'm going to show you the picture first so you can see it. And this story is a fable, Aesop's fable, and it is called The Miller, His Son, and Their Donkey. A miller and his son set out to market to sell their donkey, leading the beast behind them. They had not gotten far down the road when a group of schoolgirls passed by.
"Look what fools!"
mocked one of the laughing girls.
"Why are they walking on such a hot day when at least one of them could ride?"
What's worth a try, the miller said thoughtfully, and he lifted his young son up onto the donkey's back, and they continued on their way. Soon after, they came across 3 farmers who stood by the side of the road. "It's just as I said," one of the 3 exclaimed as the miller and his son went by. "There's no respect for age these days. Look at that lazy boy riding at his ease while his poor father walks in the dust." "Oh, he may be right," said the miller. His son climbed off the donkey's back, and the miller himself got on. They had not gone much further when they passed an old woman with a basket of apples.
"Oh, for shame!" she scolded. "How can you ride in comfort, old man, while the poor boy can hardly keep up?"
"Oh, it's true," said the miller, and he helped his son to mount the donkey behind him. Not a mile further they passed a wealthy merchant on horseback. "Why, friend," the merchant called out, laughing, "how can the 2 of you ride on that poor skinny beast? You could carry him more easily than he can carry the 2 of you." "Oh, that's the answer," said the miller. He and his son got down from the donkey and they cut a long branch from a tree. And tying the donkey's feet together, they slung him from the pole, heaved the wood over their shoulders, and staggered once more towards the town. As the miller and his son came to a bridge just outside the town, a crowd gathered, laughing at their ridiculous sight. Frightened by the noise, the donkey began to kick and thrash. Ee-haw, ee-haw, ee-haw. The pole cracked and bent under his weight until it broke with a snap, and the poor donkey tumbled off the bridge and into the water. Now the miller and his son were forced to turn around and go home without the money that they had hoped to make and without the donkey they had before. Now, with every story, with an Aesop fable, there is what they call a little lesson. And this lesson is, if you try to please everyone, you'll please no one, not even yourself. So that's an important thing to remember, isn't it? That's a good lesson to learn. Trust your instincts, because your instincts are normally right. Alrighty, we are going to sing a song about numbers, because one of the things that a lot of teachers have to teach us is math. So we're going to talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the fingers. And this is called Knick-Knack Patty-Whack. And if you want to, you can do the hand motions which go like this. Knick-Knack Patty-Whack. Give your dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. Here we go. This old man, he played 1. He played knick-knack on my thumb with a knick-knack patty-whack. Give your dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played 2. He played knick-knack on my shoe with a knick-knack patty-whack. Give your dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played 3. He played knick-knack on my knee with a knick-knack patty-whack. Give your dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played 4. He played knick-knack on the door with a knick-knack patty-whack. Give your dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played 5. He played knick-knack on a beehive with a knick-knack patty-whack. Give your dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played 6. He played knick-knack on some sticks with a knick-knack patty-whack. Give your dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played 7. He played knick-knack, going to heaven with a knick-knack patty-whack. Give your dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. Do you know what the next number is? 8. This old man, he played 8. He played knick-knack on the gate with a knick-knack patty-whack. Give your dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played 9. He played knick-knack all the time with a knick-knack patty-whack. Give your dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played 10. He played knick-knack all over again with a knick-knack patty-whack. Give your dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. So there you go, 1 through 10. Those are good numbers to learn how to count. Well, for our last story today, we're going to be reading from When We Were Very Young. And I love this one. This is called Halfway Down. And I'll show you the stairs. And that's the staircase, and it's halfway down. Sometimes it's very important that you be your own teacher and just listen to what's inside. Halfway down the stairs is a stair where I sit. There isn't any other stair quite like it. I'm not at the bottom, I'm not at the top. So this is the stair where I always stop. Halfway up the stair isn't up and isn't down. And it isn't in the nursery, and it isn't in the town. And all sorts of funny thoughts run round my head. It isn't really anywhere. It's somewhere else instead. There you are. It's a good thing for you to find a place that's just yours. Just a place where you can be quiet and think. Because sometimes just thinking about things is the way that we learn. Well, everybody, if you can believe it, it's already the end of story time. So we're going to have to wave goodbye. But I'll be back tomorrow with more fun stories. In fact, tomorrow, I think, will be all about gardening. So let's wave goodbye. Well, goodbye, JC. Goodbye, Delilah. Goodbye, Madeline. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Helen. Goodbye, Danny. Goodbye, Isabella. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Maya. Goodbye, Ollie. Goodbye, Allie. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Eli. Goodbye, Lily. Goodbye, Charlotte. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Cedric. Goodbye, Connor. Goodbye, Katana. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Jocelyn. Goodbye, Bella. Goodbye, Tara. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Frangelica. Goodbye, Francine. Goodbye, Alan, Susie. I'll see you all next time. Well, thank you everybody for joining me today. Let's give ourselves a high five. And give you a high five. Woo! Very good. And it's the end of the day, so let's give ourselves a big hug. Actually, it's the beginning of the day. Let's give ourselves a big hug. Take your right hand, put it on your left shoulder. Your left hand, put it on your right shoulder. And squeeze really tight. That's a big hug from me to you. And remember, since it's Teacher Appreciation Day today, make sure you say thank you to your teachers. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.